I release you. I forgive. I forget. Forgiveness is your healing. And it's very important to heal yourself emotionally. If we don't work on the reformation of the person, then we're not going to be able to finish crime.
Shivani ji, I want to read a quote which you said. Of course, internet is filled with your quotes, but a quote here which struck me, in which you said, "Forgiveness is not about forgetting the past; it's about letting go of hurt and moving forward." I'm going to come back to this. How do you tell your how do you tell the speak to the parents of that girl who was raped and killed, of letting go of the trauma?
Yeah.
How do you talk to the Palestinians, let go of your? How do you talk to the Ukrainians, the Russians, everywhere in the world? You have centers everywhere in the world, and there is trauma everywhere in the world.
Yes.
How do you explain that the trauma that you're going through, and the person who has inflicted hurt on you, learn to forgive that person? How?
When the person has inflicted hurt on you, they've created a karma. And law of karma is working with them, and law of country is working with them, right? Forgiveness is not about the other person. Forgiveness only means to heal yourself. It's not about the other person. We are not saying this person who did this should be released. No, that is not forgiveness. The law of country and law of karma will take its course with that soul, whoever has indulged in whatever they have indulged in all over the world. When we say you forgive, which means you release your hatred and your resentment for yourself. It is for yourself. Once, I'll give you 2 examples. A sister came to our center. She was about 35 years old. She was abused when she was 5 years old. Her parents had left her, in that unaware. And she held a lot of resentment against her parents. At that child, 5-year-old child, how that child programmed the mind. Resentment against parents, not trusting people. She didn't get married. She chose to just live alone. Very lonely and bitter about the world. And when she was sitting one day in the meditation room, and of course she had been studying all this, and then she came out one day and she said, "You know what? I've understood what I did." I said, "What happened?" She said, "That person did very wrong to my body once, 30 years back. I did wrong to myself for 30 years because I held on to that hatred and that resentment." She said, "I have wronged myself for 30 years. She said, "Today, I release that person from my mind." This is forgiveness. Then another. There was a family whose 10-year-old child was kidnapped, and then the child is no more. And they saw CCTV footage of that, where it had happened. A lot of hatred. And then there was court case. So every time the parents had to go to court, and they had to see that man standing over there. And this parent came to the center and they said, the mother said, "The pain of my child, yes." But she said, "When I see that person, I'm full of so much hatred, so much, I just can't go to court, but I have to go every time." So, and then she was just sitting and she said, "I want to finish this karmic account with this soul. What will I have to do? I have to release that person from your mind. Not from the law of the country, from your mind." So I said, "You'll have to release this person from your mind." She said, "Yeah, I just don't want to think of that person. I don't want that person coming on my mind." I said, "So you'll have to say, I release you. I forgive. I forget. I release you." Just keep saying it every day. Keep saying it every day. It's over. Because solution I don't have now. My child is not coming back. She said, "But looking at him, I just go through so much trauma." See, you relive your trauma again and again. So forgiveness is nothing about the other person. Forgiveness is your healing. And it's very important to heal yourself emotionally, because understanding the journey of the soul, if I don't heal myself now, then I'm carrying this trauma with me even next.
Next where?
Next, my next birth, in my next costume. Most of our issues in this lifetime are carry forward of previous births. So some people feel rejected, but nobody around them is rejecting them right now. They'll say, "No, they don't love me. She doesn't love me. He doesn't love me." Some people get hurt very easily. Why are you getting hurt? Everybody is being nice to you. These are our past emotional baggages which we carry. So when we say, "I forgive, I release," I'm only cleaning here. It has nothing to do with that person. That person, law of country, and most important, law of karma. Law of karma is not going to leave that person.
You've spoken about victims of crime. What about criminals? They come to you, your ashram too. They have committed a crime. How do they Of course, you said that karma, the law will take its course.
The
They are battling
sisters
that.
go to the jails. Like even in Tihar jail, the sisters go to the jails and they teach meditation there. Some people go through total reformation.
Reformation in what way?
They realize what they have done, but they change completely as a person. And actually, that should be the intention. Na?
Yes.
The intention should be reformation. Na?
Yes.
So when Tihar jail started, under Kiran Bedi ji, it was all
Yes.
about reformation, transformation, not just punishment. It
Yeah.
was about, because if we don't work on the reformation of the person, then we are not going to be able to finish crime. So reformation is something. So the sisters go to all the centers. Even last week, Raksha Bandhan, they will go to all the center, all the jails. They will tie Rakhi. They will tell to them, this is purity. You're a pure soul. So
Do they
will-
believe it?
Oh, yes. Not everybody, but yes. There are a lot of jails in which there are regular classes which go on.
How do they, are they consumed by guilt? Are they consumed by hatred?
Everyone is a soul who is very pure and peaceful and powerful. I am a victim to my, it's like I give example of this white sari. Everyone is white. So let's say you and me both wore white in the morning, but during the day your and my role was different. So you will have stains on your sari at the end of the day, I will also have stains. But your stains and my stains will be different. And one of us could have some very bigger stain.
Yes.
But original color is white.
Okay.
So crime is the stain.
Huh.
So we say it's a crime, not a criminal.
Exactly what Kiran Bedi also says.
Acha, so I'm sorry, I didn't. But it's a crime, which means it's a dag, a very big one, which harmed many people. But the soul is still, the soul also doesn't know that I am actually a very beautiful, pure, divine soul. So when you remind them, you work with them, you heal with them, some of them are completely changed people.